All right, I'm on hole number 4 of the Holiday Hills tournament. I'm in Wednesday's qualifying round of the Ricky division, and this is one of the par threes. Let's go to Golf Clash Notebook. Check out hole number 4, and hole number 4 is going to be at Greenock Point, and it's hole number 1. All right, I'm going to be taking the black line and trying to run it up to the hole. Now, I'm going to bring a Quasar. I'm changing my setup on how I'm playing this hole because the wind is going this way, and I don't like pulling off into sand. So I'm going to give myself a little bit. I've got tons of room out here, so I'm going to so I can put more left-hand side spin on it to bring it back to the hole. So there's no reason for me to push up against the sand because the sand, the terrain is, here's the fairway. You got a little teeny bit of rough, and then it drops into the sand. And so when you get to that sand spot, if you're moving wind out, it distorts the rings and it'll make a jump. Like 1 second you're here and the next second your ring's down here, and it'll make this jump. And so it's very easy to make a bad wind adjustment, and you can clip that rough right here. And I don't want to dink around with that rough when I have all of this fairway out here. So the way that the wind was blowing in the last tournaments, I was able to do that pull and I didn't have to engage the sand as much. So I'm gonna pull my shot out further and put on more side spin to bring it around so that I give myself more breathing room in that area. So I'm not exactly sure what the shot will look like, but I'm definitely going to change how I do this. And this is a Viper hole. And I'm going to bring a Quasar. And I'm going to do a 10% wind adjustment. So I'm going to bring a Viper and a Quasar. Plus 10%. Should be all I need. I have no idea what the shot will look like out there, so I'm going to set it up, see what it does, and go from there. Make adjustments from there. Today's goal is to shoot the minimum score on this in this tournament, which is minus 14. And that's picking up the eagle on hole number 3 and picking up the eagle on hole number 8. Those two par 4s are super easy to eagle, and we have to get eagles on them. Hole 8 is a little more problematic than hole number 3. But if you got lower developed stuff, they're both, you got to do it right on both of them, and you can get caught up. You go back and watch the video on hole number 3 here. I did everything right, and a game glitch. I got caught in between the transition, and it took the flat bounce and slid across the green. I was able to recover, but it's not one of those things that I want to have happen very often, as in never. See if my opponent got it right. It's hard to tell it looked like it was going to be long, but it's hard to tell with lower developed clubs because you don't have the ball guide to really kind of walk it right to the hole. Four. I'm going to do 4 in all just so I can see what that looks like. That's going to give me lots of room out here on the side. Three, 3. That's going to be 3, 6. 2 rings is 3, 8. Be just a little shy of 2. I'm going to hit it straight forward, no curl. Isn't it perfect? Pretty close. The way the ball guide's looking when you're hitting the shot, it looks like it's going to go to the right, but when it gets down in there, it does want to take I don't know if it's an irregular bounce to the left or if just the terrain but it does tend to want to go to the left, even though the ball guide's looking like it's going to come out on the right-hand side. Oh my gosh. Those spin around I get people that give me the unlucky all the time when they blow a drive or they didn't make a good wind adjustment, and I'm sitting here going, dude, that's not going to work. And they give me the unlucky sign. That wasn't unlucky. But when it swirls the cup like that, that's unlucky. That happens so often in this game and in the real world. You can talk to every golfer you've ever known. And in the real world, it either goes in the cup or it doesn't go in the cup. It does not swirl like that. That's one of the dynamics or one of the algorithm things in this game that I totally disagree with. Once it starts that downward momentum in those holes, gravity's going to pull it in there. You're not going to get that much centrifugal force to blow you out and swirl the cup. All right, that was hole number 4 of the Holiday Hills tournament in the Wednesday qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.